Hey guys, itsTozzey here. Welcome to what is the first ever episode of the Nottingham Forest career mode here on the channel. We start off with our manager obviously being introduced to the media, looking all proud, holding up his shirt. But anywho, after that all is all said and done, this is only going to be a short 10-minute episode of episode 1 as we're starting everything off. We are starting it on live start points, so starting it off from Forest's most recent fixtures. We're starting off with Porto and then moving into the Bournemouth game. This one is going to be a full post-com game where it's just going to be me explaining in theory what's going to be going on with the series, how it's going to be laid out, how the episodes are going to flow, how often the episodes are coming, and overall, all of the goals for this season and beyond that, as we are currently setting up the tactic, showing you what it's like on the ball and off the ball. We're going to move into the game plans and everything like that, and we sort out the squad for how we want it to look. So, the squad, it looks alright. Obviously there's a few injuries, obviously most notably Ola Aina injured at fullback, so Zinchenko will have to fill in for now as we are getting into the Porto game here. As I was playing this game, the game was currently being played in real life as well. Usually I would try and replicate these results if live start points is a bit behind, but obviously I couldn't do that with the game being played as I was currently playing the game as well. So it's a bit shorter highlights as well. It's the first episode again, as I said, so we can explain what's going on. Obviously we start here with Chris Wood firing us ahead in under 10 minutes, so fantastic start there for the big New Zealand striker bagging his second goal in the Europa League. So the series, it's going to be out 2 to 3 times a week depending on how much I can get recorded with me working on the side as well. The overall main days that it will be around is it's definitely going to be up on a Monday and a Thursday, but then we may potentially get one on Saturdays as well. Not 100% sure on that one, but if I can, there will be more episodes for you. The episodes are gonna go month by month, and they will chop and change between live com games and post com games. If we've got any interesting games coming in, look how close that one was, by the way, to making that one an instant reply to make it 2-1 again. But that one wasn't to come, but sooner rather than later, who knows, maybe we will score again. But yes, the episodes will go month by month, and we will, if it's any like sluggy games that don't really matter, there'll be post-com games and we'll just talk over them, talk about anything that's going off in the world of football. If there are any notable games, like as soon as this episode ends, we jump into a massive game, so that one will definitely be a live commentary game. The overall goal is potentially play 3 Sim 2 if we have 5 games in the month. So obviously towards this current period of time where we are in save now, entering November, December is going to be a massive slug of games over the winter period where you've got Europa League, Premier League, the cups are coming into play soon, so there will be more and more games coming into play, so that will make the choice a lot more difficult for what we play, what we sim, what goes as a post-com, what comes as a live com, and all of that stuff. So the goal for this season is really just stabilise what has been really a foul start for Forest after what they did last season, compete for the Champions League. They were in the top 4 for a number of times. Also, can we just note, by the way, why is the referee blown for full time there when I've got the ball on the volley to put it into the net, which he does then do? Referee blows for full time, so we can't make it 4-1. Bit of a shambles from the referee, but anyhow, we got the 3 points, so that's all that matters. Yeah, as I said, it's just about stabilising this season, really. Trying to get as high up the table as possible with this bad start that Forest have had. I think the main priority has got to be the Europa League. Try and get some sort of European football for next season. If we do win it, obviously that's Champions League football, which is a massive step up from where the squad is currently performing at. So if we do win the Europa League, that's a lot of transfers that need to be done for season 2 to fill out that depth, improve the quality around the squad, and hopefully make the squad a bit better. So I think that covers what the episodes will be like. So we can move back into the gameplay here now. We're starting off with Bournemouth, them hitting the post very early on, us going down the opposite end of the pitch and almost hitting them on the break with Hudson-Odoi, I believe it was, running through, forcing a good save out of Petrovic. But as you can tell, this is all one clip. This is all happening right at the start of the game. So you've had the 2 early chances here, and the clip continues as Bournemouth are coming again. Semenyo with the ball down the right hand side to Kluivert, goes to the byline, beats his man, and then forces the save out of Sells to put it behind for a corner. What a start this is to the game, eh? So then they swing the corner in, we deal with it momentarily. Chris Wood can't get into it, we lose it again on the edge of the box, and they work it around. Evan Nielsen loses it, and then hopefully that's the end of the clip, and it is. And now we cuts to us 20 minutes in on the break. Dan and Doy running down the forcing a good save out of Petrovic, out for a corner. In it comes, and I'll just leave you with this. Yeah, I think the best course of action there is to leave that one unaddressed. As Bournemouth come clear, we knock it back to Sells, but then it's a good ball out from the back from Zinchenko. We try to work it out, but we can't do so. We get caught, and they come forwards, but we win it back and then lose it again in the middle of the park. They knock it around into Kluivert, a little spins into Semenyo, and he puts it into the roof of the net. What really was we expecting there from Antoine Semenyo other than back of the net, really? So we cut here to the second half, 1-0 down, hoping to resurrect this. So we cut to an attack here. It's a good ball through to Undoy, who hits the post. Anderson nets it. Oh dear. Oh dear. But we cut again. Here we go. Down that left-hand side. Hudson-Odoi racing on. Cuts back. Plays a little triangles going on here. Little triangles. Here we go. And he's offside. Fantastic. But from the resulting free kick, they somehow managed to work their way round that press. Not quite sure how. Then obviously they've opened the gap. Easy ball down the right hand side, back into the middle. And yeah, I don't really know who's trying to get to him, but same sort of finish as Semenyo, same results. 2-0 Bournemouth. Kluivert goes and knocks out the corner flag, and Bournemouth erupt as they take a 2-0 lead. So coming back, it's a good ball in. Can't make of anything of that one. We do get the ball down on the edge of the box. It strikes an arm, and it's a free kick here. So very promising position here. Chris Wood initially lines up with it, but I wasn't about Chris Wood taking the free kick from the edge of the box. We give it to Bakwa, aiming for that top corner. He aimed it just absolutely just past the post, just past the second man in the wall. Up it goes off the bar, and it somehow ends up in the back of the net. At first, I was going mental while recording this, thinking Bakwa's just scored an absolute phenomenal free kick. But as you'll see from the replay in just a second, not quite as straightforward as we maybe thought. So here we come. Bakwa strikes the ball off the bar, hits Petrovic into the back of the net. So it's not actually a Bakwa goal. It's hit the back of Petrovic's right heel, and it goes in as a Petrovic own goal. Potentially last attack here. Hutchinson off the bench for Gibbs White, piling through, cuts it back, and straight at Petrovic. And that's the final whistle. So we lose Bournemouth away in the Premier League for our first Premier League game as the boss of Nottingham Forest. I am actually recording this live com after the Bournemouth game, so we have actually technically matched up the results from Forest in real life, taking the same point tally from the Europa League and the Premier League, just different score lines. We beat Porto, they beat Porto. We lost to Bournemouth, they lost to Bournemouth. However, we scored against Bournemouth. They did not in real life. So technically we've bettered them, in a sense, really. But anywho, yeah, as I said, in the next episode we'll begin with this big game against Manchester United at home, I believe it is. So we'll be trying to take a result from there, trying to make the City ground a bit of a fortress. And we are going in here now to look at the Europa League table. Currently 18th in the Europa League, not very good at all. We need to be doing a bit better there. We want to be trying to get into the top 10. Ideally, I need to do a bit of research on the Europa League to find out where we need to be, but that will do for now, and that will do us for this episode. I will see you on Thursday for the next one.